Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Freedom Adventure. If you've watched any of my videos up to this point, then you might already know that the Freedom Adventure is a story about a decommissioned ambulance getting converted over into a miniature, kind of a Class C motorhome, if you will. At least that's what it's been up until this point. We've got even bigger plans for the future. Now, part of that conversion process is kind of centralized around what exactly it takes in order to convert an ambulance into a camper. And what that includes is all the equipment necessary and even all the appliances necessary. And in today's video, we're going to discuss the ICECO fridge that we bought for our camper conversion. And at this point, I'm not going to do a full out review video of this. We're going to do that next. Tonight, I just wanted to open this thing up, unpackage it, see what's in it. First impressions, maybe some questions I might have, maybe some questions you guys can help me answer. I don't know, but let's check it out and let's kind of see what's included with this thing and just see what we've got. So what I've got here is something that I ordered on Amazon, and I ordered this probably at the first part of October. And the reason I know that is because Amazon was actually doing a sale at that point, and the savings were pretty substantial. As a matter of fact, they were so substantial that I decided to go with this particular model over a more base unit that was, kind of right underneath of this. And the price of this unit was actually about the price of what I had in mind to purchase to begin with. And I'll get to more of that in the review video that I do and why I chose to go with this. But like I said, tonight's just really about opening it up and seeing what we've got. As you can see, I haven't even opened this up yet. This is how it arrived on my doorstep. Actually, it wasn't even on my doorstep. This thing was sitting in front of my garage door. Thank you, Amazon. That's how I showed up that day after work. It's sitting right in front of my garage door. And of course, one of the first things I noticed about this was a very big gaping hole in the side of the box. Not what you want to see on a fairly expensive refrigerator you just spent a lot of money on. That's my first impression. Now, I did go ahead and I took a quick look at it and just poked around in the box. I didn't feel any dents, or I didn't feel any what I perceived as damage to the cooler, but it's just something that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm sure it would you too. But in all fairness, this is a pretty heavy piece of equipment. If it's just one person that was trying to get this from the Amazon truck up to the house, and I'm sure that's why it was in front of my garage door also. Everybody talks about how light these are, but guys, it's not really that light. I don't know exactly without getting further into this, but it's probably somewhere between 30 and 40 pounds. And in the grand scheme of things, maybe that's not very heavy for a, basically a portable refrigerator. But if you're one person, this box is pretty good sized. So giving Amazon the benefit of a doubt, maybe, just maybe, they poked a hole in the side of this to use this as kind of a handle to reach in and grab the box to carry it out over to the house. I don't know. Just trying to see the good in everything here and give Amazon the benefit of a doubt. The hole was quite handy when I lifted it up to carry it into the garage, just saying. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this thing open. We'll start off, just take the plastic off and go from there. There's always a chance you may have to send this thing back, so you want to keep the original packaging in as good a shape as possible. Just saying. Okay. Oh, nice. I did not expect that. It looks like I was just going to take the wrap off the box, but it looks like this box will come off the... Oh, awesome. Here it is. All right, first thing I'm doing here is looking at the side of this, and it does look like it's got a little scuff mark on it, but it's going to get scuff marks on it from use, so what the heck, right? But the good news is there's no damage to it. Looks like just a single mark going down the side, and again, whatever. So let's go ahead and pull this out of the rest of the cardboard packaging and take a little closer look. Anyway, let's do that. Just kind of as a first impression here, I will say that the packaging they put around this, it's no joke, man. It's pretty good packaging. A lot of the way I judge some of the equipment I buy is indeed the way that they pack it for shipment. And this is no exception. And let's see. Okay, this is kind of what I'm talking about here. You get these little plastic corners that you put in these boxes. If this thing gets dropped on a corner or whatever, it probably will damage the box, but it's got this in order to protect the styrofoam before it even gets to the cooler. Kind of odd that it only comes on one side of the box though. Okay, so here's what we've got. Box is off. This is what I'm looking at. Let's go ahead and take a closer up view, and I'll show you up close and personal what we really do have here. Kind of to start off with here, I'll just show you that scuff mark I was talking about that was right in line with the hole in the side of the box. Again, I'm pretty confident I can get that off with a wet towel. We'll just have to fool around with that and see what happens. But overall, man, is that a good looking cooler or what? I really do. I mean, this is one of the reasons I chose this unit, was the aesthetics of it. I'm real big on the way things look. Of course, I'm definitely big on the way things function. But like I always say, if you can make it function right, great. If you can make it look good while it's functioning right, man, that's even better. First thing out of the shoe here that I notice is this nice, it appears to be stainless. And I don't know, I'll have to do a magnet test on that. But one of the other videos that I watched, it looks like they did put a magnet on that and it was indeed metal. I don't know if they do that for aesthetics. Maybe it's to make the cooler more rigid. I don't know, but it looks fantastic. Going around here, we see the cooling duct, and I'm assuming that's for the compressor. Down here on the back side of it, looks like we've got a few different plugs. Here we've got a USB port, which I believe you could charge your phone with if you wanted to. Not sure how often I'll do that, but you know what? The option's there. That's pretty cool. Looking here, we've got a DC inlet. Nice. And we've got an AC inlet as well. So you could power this unit using either DC power, or you could use it using AC power. Now, when I opened the box up, I didn't see any cords or anything, so I have to assume they're inside of the cooler, but we'll get there here in just a minute. Once again, more vents here on the side, probably, like I said, just for the compressor. And let's look at the front. Okay, looks like we've got one more little rubber plug here. And again, I think that is for the DC power plug-in as well. It doesn't say that, so I don't know. Maybe that's AC. Well, I can't tell. Back here, it's marked DC and AC. Over here, it's just got a little picture of a plug. Okay, now the handles on this are plastic. At least this long handle here is anyway. And if you're dragging this and running across the ground, I mean, it feels fairly substantial. Probably good enough. Not gonna lie, I think it would be nicer if that were a little bit more rigid, but okay. Now these handles, on the other hand, man, these things are solid. I mean, like rock solid. Very, very cool. Same thing over here. You'll notice they don't just fall down. They actually kind of lift and hold into position. And that firmness gives it a really nice quality feeling. So let's open this up and see what it is on the inside. All right. Oh, man, okay. It's looks like it's got some goodies inside here. The lid does hold up and it opens. One of the reasons I chose this unit was because the lid is supposed to open up from both sides. And as you can see, it most definitely does. Also, if you choose to, you can take the lid off of it altogether, and that is going to make loading this thing up just an absolute treat, and everything will be easily accessible once we get to that point. Now, this is a definite unexpected plus, and what we've got here is a cooler koozie, I think. We'll check that out on the full review video, but I believe that is an actual cover that goes over top of your cooler. I don't know if it's just protection from the elements, or if this is something that actually adds kind of an R value to it to insulate it even a little bit better. Or maybe both. I don't know. We'll look at that a little closer, but the fact that it actually comes with the unit, I don't think that was advertised. That's kind of a plus. I dig it, man. That's very, very cool. All right, so what do we have in here? Let's go ahead and just take this lid off altogether, get this out of the way. All right, so we've got a basket here, and what I'm assuming is the freezer side section of this. And the basket looks like it's got all the goodies. So we've got, looks like we've got the owner's manual here, probably the instructions, a couple silica packets here. And we've got a couple of cords here. One is just a 12-volt plug-in, and I don't know what kind of amperage this draws or how many watts it pulls, but we're going to find that out when we do the review video. But more importantly, what we've got here is the DC connection, and I do believe that this goes on both the front and the rear. Okay, yep, that is a DC, and what is really, really cool about this is you've got the ability to charge it from the back side of the cooler or the front side of the cooler. Okay, so just as we've got the 12-volt plug, we've also got the 110 AC. And this only goes into the back of the unit. Now, this is a really nice plus on this, however, because when you go to cool this thing off, you don't have to wait until it's in your camper to do so. You can go ahead and plug this in your house, and that's what we're probably going to do when we do the review video on this, is we're going to pack this full of some food and drinks, and we're going to plug this in out here in the shop. Right now it's October and we're anywhere between, the low 70s up to about the middle 80s. This won't be an acid test, with 110-degree heat like we tested the air conditioner. I don't think we're going to have any problems with this staying at temperature. All right, so we've got a divider in here, and my understanding on this divider is when you pull it out of here, it automatically senses the divider's not there. And I don't know if it kind of by default puts it to freezer or to refrigerator, but it's pretty cool that it does know that the divider's out of it. And how it knows that, man, I don't know, because this is pretty much just a plastic board. I don't know, maybe it's got sensors in here, who knows. Something I saw on another video I watched about this is we've got LED lights. We've got a light here on this side, and we've also got a light on this side over here. So whenever you open this thing up, those lights are going to come on, and it's going to allow you to see what's in this freezer. And it's going to allow you to see what's in your cooler. Now, if you're inside, that's probably not a big deal, but if you're out by the campfire, that is a really good deal, and that's going to do nothing but make me love this cooler even more. So looking down into the bottom, there is a drain plug, and that seems pretty 101, but I will say that I don't know, I was really planning on that being there. I don't know why, but for some reason that shocks me. Now this side over here has obviously got the cutout. I mean, after all, that compressor's got to go somewhere. And that's where it is. It's underneath of that. We'll talk a little bit more probably about that compressor in the review video, but right now, like I said, I just kind of wanted to go over this and show you guys what you're really getting for your money. One thing I don't understand is you've got what appears to be kind of a clear lens over here on this side, and then over here, you've got these little LED lights that you can see. So I'm assuming that both sides of this light up, or at least I think they do. I just don't understand why you make one side look that much different than the other. Who knows? But while we're talking about details here is the control panel, and it looks like we've got the power switch here. Plus, minus, I can only assume that's for temperature regulation. We've got the front compartment showing here, and over here we've got the back compartment. After all, this is a dual unit, so you could have a freezer and a refrigerator both. That's one of the big reasons, of course, that we chose this particular unit. Not that we're going to be bringing our Haagen-Dazs everywhere we go with this, but it is nice to have the option. Well, folks, that's pretty much all I've got here to show you on this unboxing video. If this is something you're interested in and you want to know more about the ICECO JP40 Dual Pro, join me next time when I do a more thorough review over the course of a couple of days. I'll give you some real-life information on what we've got going here, and one thing I do want to kind of point out here as well, folks. I'm a small channel and I don't have sponsors. I purchased this with my money. This isn't a unit that was sent to me to demo. I'm not going to give you all positive feedback just because I'm getting not really paid to do that, but I'm getting a free cooler out of the deal. That's not what I'm doing here. So if I've got good information, man, I'm spreading good information. And I really do hope that that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. If, however, there's things about the unit that bug me, I'm going to pass those on to you, because if you're in the market for one of these, I just want you guys to be able to make an educated decision and a well-informed decision. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I'm going to go down to the house here at this point, and I'm going to go ahead and download the ICECO app, which is the app that I'm going to be using during the review video on this to kind of see the performance. My understanding, you just simply go ahead and scan one of these two codes. You can download it to either your Android or your Apple device. Now, once again, we're going to be doing a more thorough review video coming here real soon, and I hope to see you guys there. I'll tell you everything about it, from power draw to the reason that I decided to go with the ICECO 40 Dual Pro over just the regular ICECO 40. And there's several reasons for that. And a lot of it in this case, actually, if you want to know the truth, came right down to the value of being able to get this on sale from Amazon when I did. So folks, if you're interested in knowing more about this cooler, please check me out on the next video. Matter of fact, consider liking and subscribing. Also, if you just happen to be interested in what it takes in order to convert something like an ambulance over to a motorhome, once again, like and subscribe. Folks, I'm a small channel. I could use every watch hour I could get my hands on, and they're very well appreciated. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. What is your experience with the ICECO product? This is a first for me. Tell me what you guys think. Did I make a good purchase? I really hope I did. All the reviews that I read, man, everybody seems to love their ICECO stuff. But I'll be telling you what I think here coming real soon. Folks, that's really all I got here tonight. I really hope to see you next time, but until then, guys, happy adventures.